What up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Just wanna be the girl you like. The type of girl you like is right here with me. Can I have Halo today? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh wow. We gotta delete that. We gotta delete that. We gotta delete that. Welcome, 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 welcome. We're gonna be looking at Halo today. Why is it echoing? We got an echo? Is it an echo? Maybe. Just going to get started here shortly. We're going to be looking at Halo across the Xbox Ally X, Legion Go 2, and the Xbox Ally. Taking a look, getting it right, going from there. Shit. Wait. I posted the wrong thing on the wrong thing on the wrong thing. Let me see. We got that. The TikTok brethren up. We can go ahead and get started. That. Oh yeah, post this. Whew. Ain't gonna lie, I'm a little tired today. I didn't just wake up, but I'm tired. And then we got one more. So here. Now we should be good. Guess I can have it related to this. All right. Now I gotta go to my little video on YouTube. I ain't even put no freaking things up. I guess it's been working. Let's see. No thumbnails. Okay. Tag it. They said they actually have settings already for this. Might not have to do much, but they like very low core settings basically. We'll see. Let's go ahead and switch to the blown up view and turn off duplication to make sure we're getting all we need out of it. What happened to display? Did they take display away or something? How does everything else work but display? we got an update. Display not working is actually a bad thing. It's actually one of the few good things. Got so many updates. Let's just update them all real quick. I heard that the Legion Go had some bad drivers recently and that they were causing havoc, or at least that there was an update that kind of broke some stuff. I have noticed that my controllers don't stay connected once I turn it off, turn it back on. I gotta like literally go back into Legion space in order for it to work. So I have seen that. Maybe it's actually impacting performance and I should probably roll it back. Bro, what? How it? I don't even know what you're trying to say, Ryan. I don't know what that word is. Does that console come with the games preloaded on it? No. Trying to do these updates so we can go ahead and get started. But for some reason, the display isn't cooperating with me. What I'm trying to do is oh, and they actually put a default on here, preview. They got a default preview too. Too much going on to not be fixed. No. Too many freaking updates, man. Thought I went through all this already. Like I literally sat around and was like going through updates, and then all of a sudden I get more updates in the morning. Bro, just update. I might as well pause the freaking game. I still can't get the display to work. I mean, I guess we can go through the regular one, but I like this one. Why isn't it working? Technical difficulties. My bad. There's always something with these things. But we're going to be looking at it on the Xbox Ally X, Legion Go 2, and the Xbox Ally once we get started. Hopefully it runs a little bit smoother, but unfortunately we got updates out of nowhere and stuff ain't working. Being very weird. But it looked like they have profiles for on battery. They got profiles for optimizations for handhelds already. So looking to test those out and then kind of go into some optimizations or something that we can do if possible. May just be too maybe just to be too much, but we'll see. Let me turn down the properties. Oh, wrong thing. Interact. It look like it's a little too bright. Maybe a little too bright. That's better. Where does manual focus come from? That might be the best. Sharpness. I can see. All right. Let's go back to Halo. Let's see if we can go to the display now. Very stupid that we couldn't. And we still can't. Okay. It's very weird there. Can't do display anymore. So we would need to go to our regular settings just to turn it off anyway, because it's broken. Let's do that. I wish the display would just work though, because it would be a much easier. But I guess not. I guess that's broken. With the handheld now. You got to go back into the Windows settings and do all the display stuff where it used to be a quick little option for you to be able to do it without. So that's annoying. So we go to show only one. Show only two. Oh, can't see it. All right, we should be good now. Right? All right. I think that should be the fix. Play night. Halo. I feel like we gotta do it like this anyway because it's broken. Just running on the Legion Go. Well, I have to do them all. So, Rich, there is can't just skip one. No matter how broken it is, I can't skip it. It kind of defeats the point. But I do try to do a concise video at the end of it all. So don't let me waste your time either. And they also have auto SR on because I can tell. And there's like literally no way to, like, that display one is really important because it literally allows me to turn that crap off. And it's, I gotta go to settings again. I think about to piss me off already. So auto SR is a function of them trying to like make the screen look better, but You can tell when your frame time is all over the place that they're running it. I don't know how to get to it from here to turn it off. The scale, this advanced display. Oh, it's under gaming. No, it's not under gaming. Under game bar. Let me just type it in. Auto SR. I'm surprised that thing is broken though. Like, that's a big function of this stupid thing. And for it to be broken is kind of annoying. Graphic settings. There we go. Turn off. It's in there under graphics. That's where you gotta go. Frame time didn't get no better, but I know it's off at least.
Logging in.
Why is it still like skip the game? No, you don't need to use that. Skip the game. All right, what do they have us at? $720, which that's me. Very low settings. ESR, and we're at low quality. Jesus. Minimum frame rate is 30, and there's no VSync. Let's resume. It's at 20. This is like the frame time is telltale signs that Auto SR is still functioning. I know I cut it off. This mother like it's finna crash. Don't crash on me yet. We just started. And I can completely tell that Auto SR is still running.
Area secure.
Is there genuinely no way to like turn it off?
The captain must be in one of them. We need to keep looking for him.
Yeah, everything is tied to that stupid display option. Like there's nothing I can do. And I just turned it off in the settings.
What's up, Spartan?
I think this might be a new problem. Auto SR permanently on.
So, are we just gonna kick it here all day, or what?
Permanently on. For Xbox Live. How do you turn it off though? I literally did that stuff, so I gotta restart the game.
The captain must be in one of them.
Probably. Just to double check. Have to do this stupid thing again. Just to double check. Settings. Display. Graphics. Auto SR is off. Some settings, some games have a custom setting override. You will need to restart your app or game to see your changes. Okay. Okay. Well, that should be the issue. Hopefully, let's leave it at that. That is the issue. Don't make it crazy. We do have pre-compiled shaders, so I'm hoping for a smooth experience. That could be nothing. That could mean nothing. There we go. That makes more sense. Auto SR was a pretty big failure in my opinion. It has not shown its usefulness yet. It showed it one time in Final Fantasy, and then it got FSR3. So I don't even know what the use of it is now. Definitely not as useful as I wanted it to be. Okay. 20 TDP? 55 frames per second? Ain't no way this is my last save.
Still standing.
They literally took like I gotta play the local save. Where's the
Check your formation.
Dang, they took away like 4 hours on my gameplay. Like I'm like past the flood. How the heck that happened? Damn.
You two know better than this.
How did that not sync? I gotta play it on my PC. Hopefully the save will allow me to kind of go back. So the actual cutscenes are at 30 FPS for some reason. I have no clue why.
One moment, sir. Accessing the
It is
Covenant
very
network.
strange.
According to the data in their networks, the ring has some kind of deep religious significance. They call it Halo.
HDR
If
should
I'm
be off
analyzing
though.
this correctly, they believe that Halo is some kind of weapon, one with vast, unimaginable
Currently it's
power.
on.
Then it's true. The Covenant kept saying whoever controls Halo controls the fate of the universe.
Now I see. I've intercepted a number of messages about a Covenant search team.
So
scouting
if
for a
you were to
control
just
room.
leave it alone and not
They were
touch
looking for the
anything,
bridge of a
you'll
cruiser
still
that got
kind of get
damaged
like a
during the
60
battle above the
FPS, or at
ring.
least
But they
close to
must be
60 at
looking
20
for Halo's
TDP, which
control
is
room.
not
That's
bad.
bad news.
If you don't
Halo
touch
has a weapon,
anything, you just
the
leave it as
Covenant gain
is.
control of it. They'll use it against us and wipe out the entire human race.
We can go ahead and skip this cinematic though.
We should head back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
But they don't even have like the bullets don't even come out. Did I notice that? Oh,
Back to the shuttle bay and call for evac.
I guess. Let me swap. Oh yeah, it's still tanking though. We are at
They're here. Friendly fire.
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction
Alright, I got like hands. Game was already difficult enough on a good PC.
Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction on the double.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant Air Patrol, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your own ride. Sorry.
Acknowledged, Bowhammer. Cortana out.
Remember, you're a weapon.
There's a Covenant dropship still docked.
Again, this is like their default settings for the device. Didn't change anything. Resolution was at 720p. Just wanted to see how it kind of performs on that level. But like I said, it's playable. That's for sure. We're not gonna spend too much time on each system because we got a lot of stuff to test. We gotta test all of them at the same standard settings, and then we gotta go back and try to optimize for like at least a decent performance. And it's already unstable, which means that I don't even know if we got a lot of wiggle room unless we up the TDP. Like, let's restart this room with the TDP at 25 because we don't, like I said, I don't have that much time, so I need to like try to be strategic a little bit here. 25 TDP is probably the maximum for me. You guys can go all the way up to whatever you want, but I think 25 would be like the last part I would recommend, like before just not playing it on here. See if we can get like a better performance experience at 25. This one room. Hopefully I don't die immediately again.
Negative, Cortana. I've been engaged by Covenant Air Patrol, and I'm having a tough time shaking them. You'll be better off finding your own ride. Sorry.
Acknowledged, Bowhammer. Cortana out.
What did I get hit by?
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction.
Yeah, no multiplayer definitely makes it less have less like tail end on it, but I think people being revitalized to kind of want to play Halo, they just go play the other games versus giving the PlayStation or something option to play the multiplayer. I think this was built around trying to get people more interested in Halo in general. So I think they're going to get the job done on what they actually wanted to do, which is, you know, get people talking about Halo again. Because this does make me want to go play some Infinite, or at least the Master Chief Collection. But I'd rather play Infinite. I feel like the controls are better. So it does give them like an opportunity to get people to jump back into their other games. That was a no-go for a while. Can we get in the room? Dang, how many of y'all is it? All right, that's enough. Let's go to the next console. we don't need to save and exit, but yeah, let's save and exit. I need to like get all three of them like baseline 20 and 25, and then go back and optimize. Why is this not working? All right, so let's quit to the desktop here. Which I don't even know if there's going to be too much optimization on these. The only thing I would want is to try to possibly get like a higher res, like not using TSR low. I don't even know if that would really help. We're gonna be looking at the Legion Go 2. Let's see if they're having the same issue with the duplication in the display. Yeah, display is broken for all of them. So the game bar, the recent update for game bar basically broke display. Just annoying. What is it? Legion Go 2? Yep. And we're going to try first at, they're the same chip, but it is what it is. So it's another step that we did not have to do on the Xbox Ally X.
Press Enter key to start.
Well, yeah, it's fine too. How are you already playing it? It came out in early access due to paying the $20 extra. You can play it early.
This account did not launch the title. Please sign in using the account that launched the title. Confirm button list item 1 of 1.
All right,
Cannot proceed. This account did not launch the title. Please.
bro. Whatever they doing over there on Xbox, I don't know what. It's thoroughly annoying. Like I don't understand that even being a statement. You didn't launch it on your Xbox account, so your Xbox doesn't. What? And then there's updates. When did these updates come out? I turned all these on last night. Updates. Windows. You know the vibes. This is part of course. The real question is, why did LeBron go to Philly? I think that's a weird choice. Don't care what nobody say. I think it's a weird choice for him to go to Philly. I'm gonna watch it. I think it's a weird choice. I could have sworn he was going to Miami. Mm-mm. Bro, the Go one I bought with the is a beast. Nice. Glad you're liking it. What you playing on it right now? I don't need to update Ubisoft. What up, Wolfpack? I just gotta make sure these other ones are updated. I feel like these updates kind of just ruined what I had planned. Because now everything is like broken. even if I try to like, let me go to Xbox and directly launch it from there to see if it worked, because it basically said my account, I didn't launch it from my account. It's weird. Run smooth as butter. Far Cry. Nice, nice. Oh yeah, you're gonna have a blast. Leap. Again, no precompiled shaders for this one. So we're gonna have to be working off the strength of that too, as we kind of let it settle out a little bit. As we get our little test mark benchmarking area. Hopefully they don't tell me I didn't launch it from my launcher, I guess.
Press enter key to start. Cannot proceed. This account did not launch the title. Please sign in using the account that launched the title. Confirm button list item 1 of 1.
Testing the meat on the testing on the fly? I don't know if that's such a good idea. Halo campaign evolved. This account did not launch the title. It says so what am I doing wrong here? Like, it works on my other devices, but it doesn't work on here. Did I? Is the upgrade not installed? What the heck did they do? They didn't install the premium edition thing? This ain't nothing. They got the stuff I need. I don't know. Maybe this fixes it. I have no clue. It's a weird one. I want to do Bazai Dual Boot right now, but I don't know if SteamOS is better. You know, if I can use Yuzu's emulator. I'm not sure if Yuzu is still around, but I'm pretty sure if you had a fork, you could probably still use it. For sure. But Yuzu was definitely available and usable in SteamOS. I don't know about Bazai. I have zero clue about Bazai. I'm almost certain that it probably will work the same because they try to mimic the whole little SteamOS operating system. So probably. Let's just restart for good measure. I don't know. Maybe that'll help. Legion Go 2 giving me a hard time. But we got the Xbox Ally X performance level already. It's not like it's great, but it definitely can get to like 47, 60, like in fluctuating times. I think when you get outside to those bigger moments, it might tank though. So we got to test that. but it looks like for the most part, at least the stuff that like the indoor stuff, you can probably be around like 47, 60. You'll probably still be within the frame, the VRR window, but it's already at very low. It's bad settings. Like we got to see if we can do anything to fix it. To be honest, maybe capping it to 40, running it at a 40 FPS would be ideal to kind of claw back some resolution. I don't know if that's something that's viable. We would have to see. Now we're gonna go straight to the. I think they'll let me do it from here, which is better. Hopefully we don't have an issue. And for the umpteenth time, this one doesn't have precompiled shaders, so we do have to give it a little grace as we let it boot up, because it probably is going to have some stutters.
This account
Okay,
did not
look at you,
launch the
dude.
title. Please sign in using the account that launched the title. Confirm button list item 1 of 1.
I don't know. I don't know. It won't even let me play it. So let's go back to the Xbox out. Let's go to the LI. Got it. The show goes on. Can't really do nothing about it. I don't know what the heck happened, but I ain't got time to waste. So we're gonna have to figure that one out at another point. We're gonna go to the Xbox Ally and benchmark that one. Choo 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 choo. This early access stuff probably is ruining it. It's like trying to kind of determine if I'm actually supposed to be using it or this other stuff. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it's breaking it. But we're gonna boot it up on the Xbox Ally. See how that go. I don't expect it to be good, but one can hope, I suppose. See what that looks like. But we're gonna be at 20 TDP on here regardless. You can probably in the meantime Google this whole thing. A lot of people are just saying they can't get in. So any ideas how to launch it on PC if you got the upgrade? Yeah, I'm getting us this weird just a message. But that campaign involved not working fixed. Premium edition broken. Launched. La la la. What's causing the issue? Not your console, your internet connection, or copy of broad server side errors across are preventing some players from authenticating and connecting when they attempt to launch. Some players are getting in without any trouble, while others are stuck in a loop of failed connection attempts. Okay. So yeah, it's just everybody. So it's not really something I can fix. Just everybody. Let's see if this one works. This one has to authenticate too. The Xbox Ally X had no issue, surprisingly. It didn't precompile shaders. That's weird. Why didn't it precompile shaders? Does the Xbox Ally don't get the precompile? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does. Xbox Ally don't get precompiled shaders. I'm almost certain it does. Yeah. That's weird. We're gonna have to use their why isn't it showing? What's up with River Tuner?
Press enter key to start.
Pray hands. Prayer hands. I don't even get a screen. This is a tough one, guys. There we go. Let's see. Control Shift S. Why is it not showing my?
Logging in.
Why is River Tuner not working? We're gonna have to use the standard statistic view from Ally, because for some reason River Tuner isn't populating. And maybe I turned it off, but I doubt I did. Let's go. Let's just go row. Like that. Let's skip this part. Go to settings. It's crazy how the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X both work. I don't get it. I really don't. What are they doing that the other ones aren't? It's literally the same settings as the previous. Same settings as the but they're literally loading shaders in the bottom left, bottom right. So I can't even play the campaign or nothing. I literally don't know what's going on. There's one, they're supposed to precompile the shaders for both the Xbox Ally X and Xbox Ally. Two, they're literally supposed to have different setups for different consoles, but they're literally showing both the Xbox Ally and the Xbox Ally X sharing the same settings. Three, the Legion Go 2 does not want to work at all with this device. I mean, with this game. It's almost as if they're green lighting some consoles or devices and not others, which makes zero sense. So I'm assuming that there's something to do with how this has tried to log in, because they're saying it as if I'm like logging in from a different account to use my Xbox app. Like I'm not. There's nothing different. And now we're just sitting here waiting on shaders to compile because they did not pre-compile them. I don't get it. I really don't. Well, it's really engaging. Oh, you know what I need to do anyway? Can they show my other screen? Oh, it can't. I need to, this is not the Xbox Ally anymore. This is my regular account PC. And we're going to turn off the Elgato for now, while we let that pre-compile. That's what it's doing. I need to go in here and verify that I didn't lose all my save data. Oh, I can't play it right now. It's playing on there. What else can I do? I don't know. What games do I even have on here? Oh, I did want to see if they let me use FSR4 on Final Fantasy. Ooh, I never tried Death Stranding on here either. That looks nice. We also haven't looked at Marathon, but that ain't gonna change nothing. Oh, Crimson Desert. I was supposed to look at Crimson Desert on here with the FSR4. Which one? Which one? Let's go Crimson Desert. Unfortunately, I gotta wait for stuff to load, and there's nothing I can really do about it. But once it loads, we can get back to it. Precompile shaders suck. Legion Go 2 doesn't even want to work. And yeah. We're just out here. We're just out here having a blast. The new Halo is out already. Yeah, it came out. Well, it didn't come out. It's early access. It came out, or you was able to play it Friday. And then I think it was Friday. Might have been Thursday. But it came out on Thursday, early access, 5 days early, and then people can officially, when it comes out, it will be the Tuesday. But there's some problems with early access on a lot of different devices right now, or a lot of, and it's something server side. Basically, I can play it on my full PC, my Xbox Ally, and my Xbox Ally X, but the one that got it impacted for me was my Legion Go 2. So I can't play it on my Legion Go 2 until they fix the server side issue of them saying that I'm not signing into my account correctly. So yeah, some weird stuff. Valiant bro said, I watched your video on the Madden on Legion Go 2 and I still can't get the game to run. Is it like it won't run at all for you? What the heck is that? Or is it like is it failing, like an error? Like it literally won't boot up, or is it like booting up and failing at a certain point? Crimson Desert. We can check back on the Elgato. Can I? I can hear it. Where's the Elgato? Oh, I have to turn this one off. So if I was to, yeah, 19. Tragic. All right. And we're compiling shaders still. I mean, it's 7900 XTX, so, and much stronger. So we should get that done quickly. It runs, it just get frame drops after snaps. Yeah, that game was like poorly optimized. When I was playing it, it was getting drops after snaps. So it was like, it was almost as if the CPU, because you definitely got to turn on the performance on the OS mode for Legion Go 2. But then on top of that, oh shit, I forgot my damn thing. Hold on. On top of that, you gotta do like a what is it? It's like a what is it? It's almost as if you gotta like bottle it out or put a frame cap on it or something in order for it to not play like dookie. But it's kind of like it's always, I don't know. It's like it's always being overly utilized on the CPU, and it causes issues. Um, but I think we now have access to, and I'll just show y'all where we at. We have access now to a decent upscaler with 4. But they took off the option to do other one. So now if we go to balanced or performance, you should see an increase in performance. So I think I was getting like 70 something or like 60 something. It was like a fluctuating, it was close to 60 with these settings. But again, this is my high end rig. If we go down to if we go to balanced on FSR4, I'm trying to see if we get like, now that we got FSR4 on here on the 7900 XTX, that might get us to where we need to be. Again, keep in mind, I am streaming and recording off the same device. We do got 64 gigs of RAM, but it is going to have an impact to the 1% lows and stuff like that because it's literally doing a lot. It's capturing, streaming, and trying to run the game. So keep that in mind as we talk about it. But yeah, we should see some uptick at least. And if we don't see an uptick, we got to just retest what that looked like prior, because it probably changed now that I'm actually running all this stuff. Anyways. Ooh, 50? 26? Yeah, I should definitely like now we are on ultra settings, which we don't really need to be. Again, we are running this. Let's just get a baseline real quick. It looks a lot sharper with FSR4. I was playing this with no upscaling prior. And we were looking at like 63, 46. But I was at like 70. Granted, I haven't tested it in a long time. But I wasn't doing bad with the settings I had. Is this a desktop PC with a 7900 XTX? Yes, it is. What up, Jo? How you feeling, man? I'm waiting on shaders to compile for Halo. So I was just like, I'm bored and I don't want to sit there and just wait for it. I think we're close to I think we're close. Let me check. No, we're not. We're at 32%. Why is it taking so long? I have no clue. All right. Anyways, back to what we was doing. We try. I'm getting a baseline right now. I am recording and streaming at the same time on the same PC, so it's definitely not going to be indicative of your performance. But I just want to see the percentage level of change at least. So we are testing out FSR4. So we had like 64, 1% lows at like 48. I expect that to be much better when I'm not doing all this other stuff. Let's go back to, I was literally just no upscaling. And this was off, and our graphic settings were the same. There's nothing changed there. It was all on ultra. Mm, not that much of a better. Not that bad. Not that much better. I mean, to be honest, it wasn't that much different. What was it like? I'm not good at percentage math. Hold on. It was like 60. It was like 64. It's at 55. 20%? No, not 20. The only thing that I would say, I mean, we probably could do because the FSR is much better of an upscaler than FSR3 would be to just go to upscale FSR4 from performance instead of balanced. See what that do. You get a little bit of additional gain, but it's not as significant as I would want it to be. It doesn't look any different than like that's what I like about FSR4 is that it doesn't, it's still very capable and still looks really good. It resolves well even at like a performance level. Because balanced, it literally didn't look like it changed. Let's look at ultra performance. I think this is where you'll see like the impact of a difference or something. Even ultra performance. And sometimes I feel like they not changing nothing, dude. I don't know what they doing. It don't look no different. Okay, I can see some like the smoke stack or like but that's like normal. Not the smokestack, but the clouds. Man, we had 70. Um, yeah, but that's the value of it, really. You can go down really low, and like if I was at native or if I was at quality, it'll probably be around like in the 50s. Yeah, maybe in the 50s. You can see that there is some gain here, but truly it's not like it just feels like it's over sharpened than anything. I'm comparing it to I'm just comparing it to itself, JL. I'm just comparing. Oh, you said what type of the GPU? Well, the 7900 XTX was the gen before last highest end card. So it'll be comparable to like a 9070 XT, 9060 X. Is it 9060 or 9070? Whatever the most high end one is today. But it had more VRAM. So this one was a 24 gig VRAM card. Not VRAM. Yeah, it was a 24 gig RAM card, and so it had more RAM than the top end today, and it had better raw performance, but it did not have the uh ray tracing and capabilities of or machine learning stuff as much as the new ones. But now that it has FSR4, um, it does basically compete, sometimes beat out the 90, the new one. More so competes. I don't know if it beats it out often, but it's very comparable to the highest end one today from AMD. Mm, okay. Well, I mean, it's not like it's like if we were to turn off the FSR4, it would look atrocious. I already know it would, especially on balance. It would just be so much shimmer in like the foliage and everything. It'd just look bad. This actually looks like it's resolving well. Um, so I don't know. I guess the win here is simple enough that I can definitely, and if I turn off all this other stuff and I'm just playing the game, I can definitely be at over 60, no problem. Probably throughout the entirety of the game without an issue. And like at ultra settings with pretty much at the full um not full res but close to full res, which is nice. I think this is like a really overall good performing game now, especially for how big it is. Mm-mm. Yeah. JL, when I originally started making like when I first built my PC, it was an AMD build and I just never went to the other one, or never went to even explore NVIDIA in that way. I just thought AMD was a little bit more, it was more so the affordability factor, but at the same time, I at that time I was very much so into um well, I'm still am, but I was like doing a lot of editing and trying to find one that really was good for editing. So I ended up getting like a Radeon 7 or rate. It was something that wasn't really good at performing in video games, but it was very good productivity wise. And I just loved how smooth they ran, and I just never went back. And when I figured out the 7900 XTX had like a lot of RAM, like it's a productivity powerhouse to me more than anything. But I do game on it now too. But I like the productivity side of it. It's very capable machine or GPU for encoding and all that stuff. But NVIDIA always had like a better encoding after I started to stream, and then I realized that, you know, AMD was catching up anyway, and they have caught up. They have different encodings that I enjoy or like more, but um that was really why I went over there. It was more for productivity. And then I kind of stayed because I just enjoy how they stuff gets better with time, like all the time. They are the uh age like wine of graphics cards. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch back and see if where we at. Where are thou now? 77. Okay, we jumped. We moving quickly. Moving quicker. We moving quicker. I don't know what to do. I did want to test Rebirth in there, 'cause that the difference is staggering. But I also wanted to try out that new mod I seen Digital Foundry covered. It's like a shader mod for Final Fantasy Rebirth, which looked really cool because they have They have a terrible implementation for their global illumination. And I think it fixed most of my issues with it for sure. That was like the last time I looked at it was with that video. I don't remember looking at it with the FSR4 implementation on here. Like, why? It does this all the time. This is the only game that I know that starts up in the wrong monitor every chance it gets. It's like, we're never going to put it in the right monitor for you, buddy. We're always going to do it wrong. And they always do it wrong. I'm letting the shaders compile right quick. Yeah, I still don't get that LeBron chain though. I really don't. Like, I don't know why he went to Philly. It doesn't make sense. I wish he would have, like, I don't know. And now everybody's trying to paint the narrative like he needs, like LeBron needs another ring for some reason. Like, he doesn't need another ring to be considered one of the greatest of all time. Like, that ain't what he needs. He did it, and then he said it was like for family. I'm like, what does that even mean? It doesn't mean anything. I'm like, I would see if you had ties there already. So what does the family portion mean? Is he saying like, I just want to live closer to Cleveland? I don't get it. Why not just go to Cleveland? So he wanted to obviously go for another ring, but I would have thought he would have went to Miami. So I'm confused on that one. That's a beefy GPU. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. When I originally bought it, I got a reference card. I don't even got like a overclocked or nothing. It's just a reference one. It's literally the stock one. Literally the stock boy. I like it a lot though. People be all right. Screen resolution is not 1080, but let's leave it at that for now. 60 VSync is VRR. We don't need that. Everything is ultra. I think it takes my settings from everything and posts it. Let's first look at this. Look at the trash that we call the TAAU solution. Why? What is up with this? It just keeps doing it. Oh, my goofy self. That's what happened. Hit the wrong damn button. Is everything high? Yeah. TAAU. All right. Let's go look at it with TAAU. Oh. 40. I'm surprised. I guess I'm on all high settings but it ain't got no ray tracing or nothing. I would think this would be in the 80s. It's a weird one. Oh, y'all can't even hear it. That's on me. I ain't do it for money, man, for the feeling. I made it through the fun. Tell them now ain't Nemo. Okay, so 40 is crazy. It's like all over the place. Oh, we gotta go up top. But why is it? Honestly, it doesn't look bad because it's literally at like 30, 80, 40. I mean, it's at the full resolution of my TV, which is 4K. Because it's not going to help with. I really want to try that mod though. Let's do 66% because we're not actually using we're using the full screen. That's silly me not realizing what I'm doing. 66%. And then let's go back to that TAAU or TAAU at 66%. And we're closer to that 60, but let's go ahead and do what we're supposed to do and turn off the frame rate cap. Or at least go to 120. Where are you now? Okay. Okay. We're at like 70. Oh, we're still dropping down to 53 is the lowest I've seen. 58. And this is with the TAAU solution. Now TAAU looks like it still looks terrible just due to the fact that it's almost as if it's like not even trying to like do any like resolving. It's almost just as if it's stuck. But when you kind of use FSR, it's like sharpening. It's actually working to upscale said image, so it just becomes more sharper, more clean, more crisp. And we at 66%. Even if we were to go down to, let's say, we can do that at a 50%. Still looks as good as that full-fledged resolution, but you get a lot more performance back because it is working overtime with the upscaler. So that's like the value of it. And I was basically removing it by doing it 100%. But yeah, you kind of get more performance. FSR4 obviously is a much better implementation of this. If you were to kind of go down to TAAU, you would definitely see the difference in the resolve here as well. So just going to TAAU, image is much softer. In motion, you can clearly see a lot of breakup, especially in like what they call like the it's like ghosting effect on his sword. If you just look at his sword directly, if you look at pretty much anything that's coming in and out of the screen space, it's almost like this blur effect, but it's also got lines coming out of it. It's much better resolved here because I'm using like a higher end PC, but it is much worse on handheld. So that's kind of like the value of it, especially when we start to see FSR4 come to these handhelds. It'll be a lot better experience for some of these games that just have like poor upscalers, or they rely on TAAU most of the time. So it's a much better, sharper image, and you still get your performance back. Again, I am recording and streaming, so performance may be significantly higher than this. I've seen like 20% increase, sometimes even like crazy stark, like 40% increases when I turn off other stuff. But yeah, still streaming, so. Anyways, actually really do enjoy this, but there's this shader that just came out that actually goes in and redoes the global illumination, and it looks a lot better. Like everything looks kind of flat right now. It just makes it pop out basically, so it starts to give contact shadows and a lot of other stuff. I want to see how that performs on here on this system. Luckily we got FSR4, so we can claw back some performance if we need to. But yeah, this is kind of, I really want to use that as I play through it, because I haven't beaten this game yet, so it could be a nice treat. So I'll tell y'all to go check out that shader, that new mod, as well as, you know, if you have access to FSR4 within here, it's going to be a treat on that too for performance game. Because this game definitely needed, like, one of those weird ones that doesn't run all that well for some reason. It's not like it's a hard game to run, it just doesn't run well. All right, let's go ahead and switch, because I think we're ready now. I'll turn off this. I think it is now time to get back to that El Gato. There we go. No. Resume solo. So this is the Xbox Ally. It's not the 7900 XTX. And we're going to be testing this, and then we're going to just be bouncing back and forth between the Xbox Ally X and the Xbox Ally, because we can't actually use the Legion Go 2 right now for some reason.
Clear!
Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction on the double.
Negative, Cortana.
Don't want the double audio. But we at 30. We at 30.
There's a Covenant dropship. Cortana to Echo 419. We have the captain and need extraction on the double.
And they're at their full TDP, so it's not like I was going to switch it. It's at 20 TDP. So we don't necessarily need to do a different run with this. But we do got at least, I don't understand how I'm getting hooked by nothing. There's literally nothing hitting me. Am I missing something? Is there like it must be like a grenade that's not going off because the physics, I got it on very low or something. I think that's what's happening. No, they tagging me for sure. So there gotta be like a sniper in the back that's tagging me. Or am I I'm getting hit by a needle or something. Who is this guy in the back? Oh, he is sniper. Okay, that's the problem. I'm getting hit by that sniper. I was like, bro, who's killing me so fast? Dang, it's barely holding at 30. Oh, I'm cooked. Run back, run back. All right. Oops. Did they just give me a checkpoint? All right, let's try the let's try one thing and one thing only. Oh. There's literally nothing we can do. It's not like we can turn down anything else. This is bad. Why are we at 38 now? What just changed? Wait. Don't tell me they was just throwing me on stuff that they ain't really test. Okay, native cooked it. But high was fine. That's weird, right? Is that not weird? Is it due to the fact that it's like the upscaler was working so hard to go from that such a low resolution to back up to resolve that it was causing like it to actually have a worse time? I mean, because we're closer to 30. But we're still only using 92% of the utilization. It's interesting. When they gonna let that utilization go up higher?
Stealth elites, watch your motion tracker and look for distortions in the air.
Definitely, like it's gonna have to be a 30 FPS experience for sure. But
Sweep and clear the area of Covenant forces. Follow us, but keep the captain out of harm's way.
I didn't realize somebody was behind me. Oh my goodness, no.
That was close. Marines, stay with the captain. The chief
suck. Ain't no way I should have died right there. Ain't no way. I just kept missing. Let's switch back to the Xbox Ally X because we got to get to a spot where we outside anyway, but it doesn't seem like we can do much that will, I mean, the only thing I can think of is we cap it at 30. Resolution scale is already at 100%. We're at TSR high. We're not using FSR. To utilize additional GPUs hard to help reduce GPU workload. Allow newer hardware to utilize additional enabling this has some CPU overhead, so it might not result in higher frame rates. So if we were to turn this off, will we stay closer to that 30 in most times? Utilization went down a lot, so let's just try it for a sec. Utilization is down to 83 because we locked it to 30, but it's still going below 30. So the async probably need to turn back on. Video. Oops. Turn async back on.
Marines, stay with the captain. The chief and I will sweep and clear the area.
This frame rate limiter isn't limiting the frame rate though. What is up with that? Like, you got to do it outside the game because the in-game stuff does not work. So if we do it outside the game, let the CPU, GPU run itself, it looks like it's holding it a little bit better. Oh, there's people behind me. Still like at 90 utilization. 30 is where we at though. Not bad. So it's definitely lower on the resolution side. Kool-Aid definitely needs some.
We made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
My thought would be to give it like another, like take it up to ultra maybe. See if we can get away with that. But it looks like we're already hitting low for 29, 30 or 28. But really the key for me would be to lighting can stay low, atmospheric post-processing, this can go back to very low, and effects can stay low. Like those were the only things I would change. And really just trying to get like a cleaner image at 30 would be the ideal. Because it looks like it's holding close to that 30. Pretty okay. So Let me go back to reload that checkpoint.
We made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
No, it's definitely a huge gap between the two in regards to like capabilities and like performance level. But yeah, it's still a good to see that we can run an Unreal Engine game with and we can kind of switch it to the handheld mode real quick just to test that portion. Um, just to kind of see what it looks like as we are playing it in handheld format. Because to me, and what they're doing here, it looks like is they got a default preview on. I don't really want them to do that, so we're gonna turn them off if possible. They're not gonna let me turn it off. Okay. Well, I wanted it to be 30 and but as long as it really got to hold the 30 line. That's really the key here is if it can hold the 30 line, I don't think it looks bad to play on the go, but it literally has to hold the 30 like at least. Like that's the bare minimum, you know what I mean? You can't hear it right now, but I'm just trying to show like that difference of like actually planning on the handheld versus blowing it up and looking at all the imperfections. Just the key here though is that they allow me to turn off the freaking default. I don't really want you to do that, but it looks like they won't let me. Yeah, they won't let me change any other profile. So let's save and exit real quick, and let's see if we can, when we quit desktop, if we can fix that. I didn't need to open up Armory Crate. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, there we go. It's turned it off for me now. But it wasn't holding that 60 like I wanted it to, so it's a little concerning. Uh, to apply. I just need to see if it'll fix the weirdness. Because it's like it's at 15. Oh, see where you at now. Oh, it might have switched to resolution. It did. That's why. So I'm wondering, like, what the heck happened? Why was it so different performance wise? Uh, dang, bro, it's always something. Oh, yeah. Bro, bad good. There we go. Let's try that one more time. But it's still dropping to 26. It's just not ideal. So we might have to go back to, might not be able to do ultra, might have to be able to do high. Just so we can stay at the 30. Would much rather be at the 30 than like a fluctuating. But it's still fluctuating. Jeez. I know we ain't got no CPU boost on or nothing, do we? Mm-mm. Auto SR is off. Right. Oh, it doesn't have it on here, so never mind. Yeah, we're gonna have to revisit that. I would think it'd at least be able to hit the 30, no problem. It's almost as if it's giving up before it gets there. I mean, they're saying that the minimum is supposed to be this, but it's weird. We really don't want to go lower than that. All right, let's save and exit and try to go to let's do the Xbox Ally X now. Or at least let's try to look at some updates to see if we can get to a better resolving image on the Xbox Ally X. What a blue. What the? Why screen like that? There we go. That was weird. You can't even check the display because it's broken. We know it's 720p. We could check it in the game as well. Just trying to figure out like why does this one get the precompiled shaders and the other one doesn't? Why does my Legion Go 2 not want to boot? So many weird things happening with this one. A lot of weird things. Let's see, video. Yeah, everything was the same except for now we went to lighting low, atmospheric low, post processing low, TSR high. We should be able to get much better performance out of this one, but we also are at 25 versus 24. I mean, out of 25 versus 20, so it does get it inherently like even more boost just based off of that.
We made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
I think the key difference here is that it would be what's one high setting that we should do? They won't even let me go past medium? That's crazy. What? I've never seen that before. Like, they won't even let you go to high or ultra. That's crazy. I've never seen that. So I guess you can definitely get like a... That's insane. They won't even let you attempt it. And this one looks like it have more of an opportunity to hit that 40 FPS mark with not necessarily higher settings. So we could probably go down to still very low with some with some lows in there for lighting, global illumination, textures could be low, reflections, post processing low, and then effects low, and then we can probably get away with a ultra or native, which would make that image quality a lot better. And then we could just force a 40 cap, right? which would be a cool way to play it on the go. But at the same time, if we want 60, we would probably have to compromise on that, and maybe go down to look like we're already buckling at the 40, so it might have to go down to ultra. So then let's reload that checkpoint real quick. Now we're at like 75% utilization. We hold that 40 line pretty decently.
You made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
And then similar to that, then we could probably let me pull it off real quick just so we can see what it looks like from the standpoint of what the heck happened. Why is it everything over darkened? What the? Why was the contrast so heavy? That's weird. And now we went back down to 20 TDP, which not sure why, but we would want to go to 25. We want to hit apply on that. We need to fix the we need to fix this brightness. I think it's like still stuck on HDR when it's not HDR anymore. That was terrible. But just to make sure that that 40 is going to hold when we on the go, and then kind of giving you an idea of what you'll be seeing if you were to play it on the go at 40 FPS. I don't know if I still would prefer just like the fluctuating 50, Fluctuating 50 seemed like it'd be ideal, but you never know. Especially when you get into those like bigger areas, whether or not it'll hold that 60, that 40 or 50. And like it doesn't tank into like the 30s or something. Is it gonna hold that 40? Not really. So they're clearly giving some type of boost when it's in handheld, and when it's not in handheld mode. Do I know what that could be? No. Am I in? Let me double check to make sure my video isn't 1080 or something. Oh, it is 1600 by 900. Found the culprit. Yeah, as in like that would be the most, I suppose, ideal look and feel to me on the go. Granted, you could just, keep it at 55 and let it be. But I like the additional sharpness, and you get a little bit more effects that make sense to be up versus down. I just wonder, like, why is my why is my Legion Go 2 not working? Irking me. We're gonna try it again here in a sec, but should just be working. But looks to be pretty stable at that 40 for now. In this area, we got to obviously test more areas, but that settings will allow for a more, I guess, clean image, I would call it. It's more of a clean image than anything. On the go. I like the resolve of it more than anything. All right, let's go ahead and switch. Let's try again on my Xbox Ally. On my Legion Go 2. Because these would be the settings I recommend, and then there's going to be settings I recommend to get to like 60 and still have a pretty decent. It's probably going to just be very low everything with, you know, using FSR or TSR Ultra or TSR or FSR quality, but if it can't, we probably have to go FSR or FS or TSR balance, depending on which one you like more. Because the resolve of it isn't really like it's like the only thing that you can really do is just up and down on the resolution. That's it. Everything else feel like it's not really impacting much. Granted, I'm sure if we was to go to medium settings alone, and let's just try it right now, it would have an impact, because right now we're at very low quality presets, effects at low, geometrics at very low, global illumination is at low, lighting quality low, texture is low, reflections are very low, atmospherics very low, post processing is low. We don't have motion blur on, we have screen shake on still, and we have TSR Ultra. With that at it should not be 1600 by 900. It should be 720, so I'm not really sure why it's saying that. But we're gonna just go ahead and update that. That's really should be, and obviously when you're playing on the Xbox Ally X, it's 720. If you're playing on the Legion Go 2 or S, it's 800p. But if we were to just switch this all to, let me just make sure I take a picture so I don't forget, because I'm a very forgetful individual. That if we were to just basically go all up on this to medium, if it would impact the 40, the solidified 40 FPS that we was just getting. I don't think it will, but it does. Okay, it does have some impact, but not a significant one. It's probably when we get to bigger areas where those changes or that impact will be felt more. Right now it's not as big of a deal, but we can see the utilization is up higher than it was before. It was at like 75. Now it's at like 86. So we still have some, you know, we still have some leeway up and down that scale for like settings wise. But we would have to go and test it at like a bigger area. So first, let's go and let's try again to get our Legion Go 2 to work. Hopefully it does. And this is not the Xbox. Oh my god. I had it on the Xbox Ally the whole time. Whatever. It's the Xbox Ally X, not the Xbox Ally. I'll fix it in post. Let's go back to the Legion Go 2. Boom, bop, bomb clock. Legion Go 2. But there is a 60 experience. It's just, and you can get it immediately. I don't know how great it is, but it's a 60 experience, which is cool that they even be able to do that on a handheld. That's nice. Having that 60 FPS experience and it being like the default for the Xbox Ally X. Nice. I don't know what it looks like on the go though, because they do have performance level. They do have performance level like or sorry, they have on the go profiles already built for it too. Oh man, you got
Press
this.
enter key to start. Cannot proceed. This account did not launch the title. Please sign in using the account that launched the title. Confirm button list item 1 of 1.
Crazy. It won't let me play it for some reason. Even though I have all the things that I need downloaded in order to play it. We got that installed. We got the premium edition upgrade installed. Let's see if we try to play the let's see if we do the art collection. Will that change anything? If it be like, nah, you can't even play the art collection. Dang, not even the art collection. Allow. See, this is the step that's missing on that on the other side. Let's go to short story. So all this works. This works fine. Game manual. Bro, have y'all anybody looked at a game manual? When's the last time y'all looked at a game manual? I ain't looked at one in forever. I like the music though. Got the plasma rifle, fuel rod. Got a pelican longsword. Spirit. They just give you all the like interesting. So this works fine. No issues whatsoever playing little DLC extras. As soon as I try to play the game though, on this specific device, because like again, it's not the problem on my Xbox Ally X or my Xbox Ally. it only comes like the screen doesn't pop up for that yes to say, do you want to allow access? I don't know why it doesn't pop up on this one, but
Press enter key to
that's like the
start.
difference between
Cannot
the
proceed.
two.
This account did
The other
not
ones
launch
is
the
that
title.
it
Please
doesn't
sign in
request
using the account.
that statement or whatever it needs to that check. So it's just not working. And I don't think I have any updates for Xbox in itself. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. It just doesn't work. Maybe if I play it through here, maybe because it's doing that extra. Come on. Nah, it's dead. That ain't gonna work either.
Press enter key to start. Cannot proceed. This account did not launch the
GG's. GG's. Let me go back to. I have to double check my regular computer. Yeah, this one ain't got no problems playing either. And it does the pre-compiled shaders for me because this is the um July 25th at 8:45. Let's do this. I think they just literally deleted my game though. Like they deleted all that extra stuff I just did, which is fine. I'm having fun with it, but they deleted like 3 hours. Literally. That's kind of crazy. It wouldn't like sync up. So I think I just literally deleted 3 hours of gameplay. I don't care though. I mean, I was going to play it again anyway, but it's not ideal to be deleting people's saves. Oh, no, they didn't. Okay. Use, between your local and cloud settings, use my local settings. Gosh, 343 Guilty Spark. Yeah, I think that's where I was at. Let's go to video. Let's just double check, make sure my save is there. If it ain't, oh well, but that'd be annoying. Oh yeah, this is where I was at. I was fighting the flood. Where we at performance wise at 60. Oops. I don't know though. I have no clue why I won't. Like it's very weird that it doesn't let me play on the Legion Go 2, but it's fine on everything else. Let's save this and go back to the Xbox Ally X because I wanted to test my save, my actual save on the other one. Let's hope it uploads and that we can just go back to the other one and we'd be fine. All right, let's plug it back in. And let's go back to the other one. Switch this to Xbox Ally. Yeah. And let's play. Oops, I did the wrong thing. There we go. Why is it not syncing? I thought, why is it not pulling the data that it needs to save? There's literally something wrong. I probably never do a early access again. There's like so many issues with just trying to get it to work normally, and it's something with the early access. Like whatever the case may be, saves aren't moving over. It's like locking it to platform. It's like very strange. But it won't even upload my save in order for me to play it on the go. Very strange. But it works vice versa. I don't know. If I go to my settings here and try to do like uploads or try to look at Cloud Gamer, and this ain't the same. It's just let's try to go through it through the normal and see if that fixes it. No, don't launch the game. I don't even know what to do with this. If I restart this or close the window, really doesn't change anything. Quit this. And then I go Xbox. Let's see if it changed anything. I don't know. Guess it doesn't matter. It's just not gonna let me do nothing. So this probably one of the more annoying. Definitely the most annoying one I've ever tested. It had to be you, Microsoft. It had to be you. Yeah, it's the truth and reconciliation. It's not really helping. Video. Everything's medium. Let's go campaign. You could do bonus mission. They don't let you pick your mission? Okay. Guess I just gotta play this one and try to get to an open area. I think the next mission is an open area anyway. Get some footage real quick and then I'm gonna just call it a day on this one. This one was a bust. Yeah, I'm getting cooked. And I'm getting cooked.
You made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Everybody mount up. Let's get on board.
Give me a minute to interface with the ship's controls.
No need. I'll take this bird out myself.
Captain, hunters!
Hang on! Time for a little payback.
I liked that actually. That was really cool.
Nice one, sir.
So it does compile other shaders. It's a much faster at a much faster tick, but it is shaders. All right, let's skip this cinematic. Let's get on the beach. Dang, it's already at 30. But you already know how that other one gonna go. So really, to keep it at a 40, you would need to go back to you might not have to go back anything on the medium, but you would definitely need to go back to like medium on your TSR. And you don't even keep the 40 in. You gotta do that and the low. So we had the preset at very low. Effects were low. Geometrics was low. Actually, no, this was very low still. This was low. This was low. And post-processing was low. And if we were to go to medium, and they got to reload them shaders. And now we're at that 40. So yeah. A lot of compromise. But you can get at least a 40 FPS experience. Like this is probably one of the bigger moments I've seen where it was dropping to. So you can definitely get that 40. And let's see where you get if we unlock the frame rate. Because potentially, let's just go to 60. See where we at. Because we can potentially, you know, give it a little bit more juice. If y'all want to, I say don't go above 30. Y'all do what y'all want. Anyways, and see where you can get to. But I think the ideal situation is 25 TDP, 40 FPS experience. It looks like that's where we're going to be ending up at for this overall. With some slider to low, but you definitely have to let the TSR do its work. Maybe with some shader, and let's see if we can get a better performing presentation with FSR. Because if we go FSR and what just happened? Why did it go gray like that? Woo! I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. This happened. All right. I think preference-wise, you can pick between the TSR and FSR. I usually like FSR because it actually just performs better. Yeah. Anyways, let's just keep going. It performs better when you're actually playing on these like not power hungry, but power starved devices. It actually performs better than FSR, but it could be different too. Please don't be blown like this weird coloring. Okay, we're good. And we are at 30. But we might be able to get more performance, even though it looks so much worse. Let's go to, I guess it's not so much worse, but it is like clearly not. We're at least able to get higher. And if we were to, let's just stay in the same little area. We're at 55, nothing's happening, nothing's changing. We go here, we go to video, and we switch it to TSR. And we're at upscaling on the high side. If we go down to medium, it's a much more it's a much more heavier technique for some reason. So FSR is the winner here. And we can even go to high. Yeah. I can clearly see that there's a lot less, but at least you're getting to a better overall resolve.
Area secure.
There's some artifacting, but it's definitely not as bad. But I don't know why it keeps. This game is just so freaking weird, dude. It like changes the colors for some reason if you go from FSR to TSR. It's very strange. But once we got the settings, we got the settings. We don't got to deal with that no more. But it's very annoying. Very. Yeah, we don't care about that. So we had the settings here. And then I just share those, and then we can regroup tomorrow. Hopefully Legion Go 2 gets act together, or at least Halo and Microsoft get their act together so I can play it on different devices, but seems like it's not going to happen. So I think we had a few games that we downloaded already anyway on top of this one that we can check out. But for sure, FSR is a much better implementation, so we might have to revisit Xbox Ally to make sure we can hold a 30 across the board, even at, you know, its settings, because we're mixing a little bit, but not much. We're not going crazy. We're not ODing. And then we're essentially using FSR high to kind of resolve, and it's actually doing a lot better job than I expected. To the point where we might just be able to let it fluctuate if it's going to be able to stay close to that 48. But if it's going to be falling below to 40, then we just lock it to 40 and use that extra headroom to, in case any big explosions or something happens. But if you want that little additional smoothness, you can do that as well, or you can use that headroom to turn on some frame gen if you really wanted to. I'm not sure if this game actually offers frame gen in the settings, or it might. Okay, it does. So you can turn it on frame gen as well if you wanted to lock it to if you wanted to lock it to for 80 or 90 FPS. You'll probably get away with that for the smoothness effect, but for the most part, yeah, you're sitting around 50, which is not bad.
Let's go find the map room. That will show us the location of Halo's control center.
Not bad at all. We are at 30 TDP, so you are getting more performance, but so I might be right there where we wanting to go to we actually wanting to try out the 40 TDP, 40 FPS lock, so that way we can have better battery life consumption here. but definitely surprising me as in performance level. With a decent 40, we can definitely have some fun with this on the go.
In the cliff wall. I'll bet the silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility.
Was that the best you can do? Hit that dirt! Wake up, old man! I need some backup!
Did you bring the mic to the handheld? You can't hear the game from a digital? It's not on Linux. This is Windows 11 via Game Pass. That's how we're playing it right now. What I want to do is give the Xbox Ally its chance again just before we hop off, to see what it does with the FSR instead of the TSR. TSR is traditionally weaker, or more or less it has better performance, but this time around FSR is hooking it pretty much. So we're gonna try this Xbox Ally again, see what that one does with the additional performance. We were really just trying to go for a 30 FPS experience on this one more than anything. So let's see if we can get there. Doesn't matter. Keep going. Right, let's see. We gotta do that little part again, but we can get to that pretty easily. Video wise, very low. We're gonna turn global illumination to low and atmospheric to low. We're gonna turn this to FSR and switch that to high. We're gonna see if we can get to a solid 30. We're gonna uncap it first so we can see the performance level. I'll go all the way to 60 on that one. Make sure it's 720p. See where we can get to. I'm hoping that we can get to at least the 30 with the FSR. You know, the update that the FSR is much better at performance than TSR. What the heck is happening here? Clearly I'm doing too much. That's what they're trying to tell me. They're saying I'm doing too much, or... Oh, there we go.
You made it. Use that panel to unlock the dropship.
No, it didn't redeem itself. Let's go down to Medium. So is TSR better on this one? Doesn't look like it. Literally the only way we can keep a 30 in this little area is if we go to low on FSR, which is essentially unplayable. I'm very surprised by that. But like, let's go to.
That's it. The dropship is loose.
Let's skip the cinematic. And let's go to like the beach area. Yeah, this one's bad. But you can get a pretty decent experience on the Xbox Ally X, which is surprising that it's such a big gap. Guess it's not that surprising. Uh-oh. Shaders. Come on, let's speed that up, buddy. You know what I've been liking a lot though, and it's been really fun to play? Densha Attack. Densha Attack is like a really fun game. Y'all should try it if you haven't yet. Densha Attack is actually extremely engaging and fun to play. Look at this.
I see him. Go, go, go.
Woo! You can barely see what's going on, man. And no. All right. Don't play it on the Xbox Ally. It ain't ready. Even if I was to go video and just go to, very low on everything and like at least attempt to try like TSR high or something. Let's see what it do. And maybe it's a CPU thing, but it don't look like it is. Definitely looks better at just going to very low with a higher upscaler. But it's still like at 20. And there's nothing else you can really do about it. So if we go to FSR and go to high, let's see where we at performance wise. Okay, we're getting to higher. If this can stay at 30 on this scene, then we can definitely play it at 30. Let's see what happens if we give it a CPU boost. What? Is it only for a moment or is it going to stay above 30?
here.
This mug is starving for some CPU utilization.
Somebody order a warthog.
That little boost,
Hey, I didn't know you made
that
house
little
calls,
boost,
Farmer.
that actually did something.
You know our motto. We deliver.
Like, let's reload that checkpoint one more time. Oh, messed up.
Hey, I didn't know you made house calls, Farmer. You know our motto. We deliver.
That actually worked.
La mama!
Let's go find the map room. That will show us the location of Halo's control center. I've been able to pinpoint the main facility by cross-referencing Covenant survey data and religious texts. We were right. It's on this island. I've marked the entrance with a nav point.
Stay on target!
That actually worked. That's insane. Okay. Well, obviously you need CPU boost on for this one. Let's take a look at this on the handheld mode. See if I can see it there. Gotta keep my hands firm and planted. But that's not bad. Trying to get a little halo in. That's not bad at all. Still needs a. It's resolving pretty poorly, but hey man, that's Halo on the go. 20 TDP. Now I can see it already dropping. It's already at 25 now. You see that? But this is like this is heavy area actually. Most of the time it's at 32. And we getting a good resolving image. Wow. I'm surprised. I ain't gonna lie, I'm pretty surprised. That's not bad though. Everything looks blown out right now for some reason, but that's because of my exposure. My exposure needs to go down a little. There we go. But yeah, a solid 30 FPS experience. And then we can resolve it a little bit better if we just lock it here. Give it a little bit more headroom for other stuff. This ain't bad. This ain't bad at all. The fact that you can even do this on this type of handheld is crazy to me. We can actually play it. It's playable. It passed the test. I did not think it was gonna get there. Oh, here are the settings. All right. We could turn VSync on after, but right now it's off. There's no frame rate limit. We have very low on everything, and we're just using FSR high. That is it. Turn off motion blur, and you should be fine. Cap it within AMD, or you can cap it in through the command. Capping it within the game really doesn't really do anything. And then you could turn on VSync for a little bit more fluidity. But yeah, it actually works. I wasn't expecting that. We're gonna try this one again with AMD Boost, because with the CPU boost. I'll turn that on before we even go in the game, because it definitely just helped that one out a lot. You turn up the EV just a little bit. There we go. A little bit more. All right, we got VSync, borderless, full screen. We got 720p, very low setting, well, very low quality preset, low on effects, very low on geometrics. Jesus, global illumination at low, lighting low, very low on textures, reflections very low, atmospheric very low, post processing low. But you could probably go to medium on textures and be fine. FSR at high. We are not using any frame gen. And we are should be at 25 TDP. And we did cap it at 60. And I definitely think we can get a 40 FPS experience on here. We're already sitting at like 40, 45, 42. 40 FPS experience is very possible. Resolving a little bit better than the previous device, of course, because the post processing is up a little bit. But yeah, Halo on the go with decent settings. I mean, it's still very low quality, but it looks really good, and you got a little bit of wins back on post processing, global illumination, etc., etc. And then, so it looks really good still, in my opinion. We're getting FSR high on that side. So imagine what we can do with performance FSR 4 when it comes. It'll just resolve a lot better and still look nice. And yeah, this is not bad for the on the go performance at all. You can get out the vehicle, do a little, dang, okay. Do no scrapping. Yeah, this looks really good. Really good. This is definitely one of the harder places to run as well, as I was playing through the game. Not bad though. All right, that's pretty much it for the day. I'll be back tomorrow, look over some more stuff, but overall, basically, we were able to get to some decent settings on the Xbox Ally X performance wise, and we were able to figure out a way to get the Xbox Ally to run at a solid 30. CPU boost is your friend in these games, so definitely turn it on. It's going to give you some more performance back, which is great to see. But yeah, overall, solid on here. Looks good. FSR4 will make it look even better, but definitely not an ugly game. Definitely a fun and enjoyable one, and you can definitely get to a 60 if you wanted to, but I think that this is a good solid middle ground, and you're not going to have to deal with changing or adjusting settings as you fight new things, because this game does get a little hectic, and this was like one of the more difficult areas to run, this little beachfront. So I'm more than confident in saying that you can get a 40 FPS experience, no problem, on the go with these settings. That being said, I'll have a video up on everything probably on Monday, to kind of go over it all. But yeah, uh settings, let me get the settings are as follows. Let me get that real quick. All right. Settings. We are at VSync off, frame limit off, wireless full screen, 720p, very low on the quality preset, low on effects. Geometrics are very low. Global illumination is low. Lighting is low. Texture quality is medium. Reflections are very low. Atmospheric is very low. Post processing is low. And we have upscaling at high with async compute on, no frame gen. And with that, we also have our Armory crate set to 60 FPS limiter with CPU boost on. And this is not the Xbox Ally X. I mean, this is not the Xbox Ally. This is the Xbox Ally X. So you'll have to adjust that as well, but that'll be the Xbox Ally X. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch y'all in the next one. We'll be back tomorrow looking at some other stuff. Probably a little bit more Halo, but we'll see. Thank y'all for watching, and I'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Stay safe, stay beautiful, stay out the way. Until next time, ladies and gents. Peace.